everybody open their hymnals to the same page. Come under the tent as we come together with one accord for these old foes to clash again. Hey, look at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Baylor Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
McLean Stadium is one of the most unique in all of college football. You can literally sailgate, drive your boat right to the stadium. This is a beautiful stadium, smaller capacity, but these fans make it special. From the run-on of all the students to start the game, they are loud and passionate every time the football is kicked off in Texas. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Bears headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will go on the attack first. These two have a lot more in common than they would care to admit, so when you get a chance to break your rival's heart, it feels really good. And the last time they met, TCU did just that.
It was tight. Baylor fans still angry because they felt some calls didn't go their way, but at the end of the day, it was TCU making the plays they needed to make. But David, TCU knows they're going to be facing a very motivated Baylor squad.
No doubt about it, and they're ready to put a streak together. They're ready to win a bunch of these rivalry games in a row. Talking to them, they feel like they're the better team, they're the better program, and they're going more in a positive direction.
Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout call just before the delay of game. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a chance. There's a crease. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can...
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking for a crease. It's Payne. At the 35, he's open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They'll try the left side. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Snags it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bears offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes DJ Lagway. They have a lot of confidence that he can get them in the right play and make the right calls. They'll send the back in motion. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Lagway throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Livingston. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
The Baylor's a team, man, it's been interesting to watch them because offensively, they make no bones about it. They want to throw the ball all over the yard. And what do? To replace their stud from a year ago, they go in the portal.
There he goes. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Lagway wants to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Livingston. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Finds his man. It's Porter. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Bears go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on 1st down. What a grab with one hand. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Got it behind the line. It's Livingston. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
DJ gonna fire again. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown Bears! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Nice job stringing that one out. They stop him for no gain. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because he was the sideline reporter. He was a zero.
He's running free down the middle. The 30. Inside the... all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Lagway. Makes a catch. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Bears moving quickly to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Connection to the right. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Craig. Quick completion on the out. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Throwing, Lagway. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Bears! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. On the ground, it's Payne. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Craig. It's complete to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. It's complete to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Well, you don't see too many runs inside bust open like that one, did it? Usually means somebody blew an assignment.
Man, and it's a bad feeling when you got that running back coming to the 2nd level.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bears!
And you talk about wasting no time. That's what this offense just did. First play, explosive play. Second play, ready to rock and roll. Two-play drive. It's exactly what they drew up over there on the sidelines, Paul.
And they did a great job of getting down to the goal line and getting set quick to go run that play, right? After the long play, the call came in. Everybody got lined up. They were wasting no time. Defense completely on their heels. They don't know what just hit them.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last two drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here's Lagway to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions.
Lets it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. And I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots to him.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Finds a man on the right. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm. The passing game looking good.
Fires to the wide out. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Lagway throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Bears! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking downfield, it's Craig. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a connection. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. He might want another play. To the air on first down. He can't find his man and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Second and 10, he'll throw again. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The official says no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the number 7 team, the SMU Mustangs.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Baylor's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he wanted to remind his team that they have been in moments like this before. They lost last time these two teams played, and they want to build on that experience and make a different outcome this time around. He told them we have got to be focused and meet the moment, have even more energy, because this rivalry game is what energy is all about. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Bears can really attack on this second and short. The run from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Lagway wants to throw. Bears the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease, he gets to the 39?
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Across the 25. Maybe some room here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Motion from the back. Looking for the edge, it's Payne. Makes it past the marker. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's got him. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Craig. Caught. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Working the middle, it's complete. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident.
And he's in. Touchdown, TCU.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. That's caught. It's Miller. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Throwing, Lagway. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Bears want to crank the tempo.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead.
Here's a little room there. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration.
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Working that left side. To the house! Touchdown, Bears!
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And he made the extra point without problem. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, checking in from the TCU sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Horned Frogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Craig. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit and forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw it. Got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Off play action. Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of... see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Looking for a big play. Makes the catch down the right side. Here he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. His season.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Payne. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Pressure coming, and they got him.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
Off the play fake. He spins that thing down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll try it again. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Back to throw, it's Craig. Here comes the heat. Going deep. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The play action fake. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Craig. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception. You know he would have loved to have tacked on a big return to that pick, but they've got it in the red zone at the 15. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give as they work on that clock. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. That's in the tight end in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some.
He's going to take a shot. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. To the air. It's Craig. Rushes on him. Throws it deep. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This rivalry might not always get the headlines in the state of Texas, but it